Hi guys, Corey from Northeast Guys. Just wanted to do a shout out for this video's sponsor, which is Card Market. They are the largest online platform for trading card games such as Dragon Ball, where you can buy singles and boxes of all sorts. If you're looking to buy any singles or boxes or even anything in the video that you're about to see, be sure to check them out in the description down below. Without further ado, enjoy the video. Right, just before I get into the profile, I wanted to quickly let you know that we are actually going to be doing a giveaway very soon. If you are interested in hearing about the giveaway that we're going to be doing, stick around to the end of the video and I'll explain everything then. So, yeah, into the profile. So, as you can see, this is a Lord Slug profile. Lord Slug is my favourite deck personally, and I've been playing it for a very long time, so I wanted to give you all a updated set 10 list in what I think is currently the best list, in my opinion. If you're unfamiliar on what the leader does, I'll quickly explain them. So on the Unawakened side, his active main is you take a life and he gains crit for the turn. Reasonable, pretty good. On the Awaken, it's 4 less life, you draw 2 to flip over. Nice. On the flip side, when he attacks, he draws. And his active main is once per turn, you discard a card to make your opponent discard a card, which, as you can see with the deck, there's very useful cards that you want to be discarding to gain value from, such as like these cards, which we'll get into later. But as I'll get through the deck profile, you'll understand why the discard one really does help the deck a lot, and why you can like plus from it so much. So I'll quickly get into like the unison cards, which obviously are the new cards. I've decided to play 6. Originally I only played 4, but as I tested the deck quite a lot, I found out putting this one in isn't actually bad. It's pretty good. It helps the deck a lot. So if you don't know what it does, it's a 3 cost cooler at minimum. He has an active main, he has an uptick and a downtick, which is pretty good. If you lead a card as mono green, once per turn you get to play a 15k token, which is good. It's free, really good. It's got combo power, so either way you can look at it as a 15k swinger or a 5k combo. That's just good as it is. His uptick, which is nice, where you discard a card to draw 2. Like I say, that's just good, especially in the late game when you are using up all your resources and you're dwindling on hand size. This can actually basically refill your hand. So in the late game, he's actually pretty useful. Along with the downtick, which is downtick 4, you can play 3 tokens, which are really, really good. Um, He's pretty useful as well because you can activate the downtick, kill him, and still play the tokens, which is nice. So, for example, turn 3, you play him out, use the skill, play your token, uptick, discard, draw 2, and then the following turn, instead of upticking, because he already has 4 counters, you can play your token, and then swing with him, downtick, play 3 more tokens, and then swing with the 5 tokens you currently have. So, in theory, within 2 turns, he can't be 6 swings, which is really, really nice. At least that's the way I look at him, which is nice. And the Bardock, I prioritize him more than the cooler because he's 2 cost, and he actually has, in my opinion, just a better effect for the like the auto or like the non-ups and down ticks. So when your opponent combos during either player turn, by the way, you can basically choose one of their comboed cards and put it in the drop area. That alone is really, really nice because it's kind of like discarding, but not like direct discarding. It makes your opponent have to over combo to either defend or be aggressive, which is nice. His uptick, which you can do without actually paying the cost. Its cost is just uptick. You may choose one of your green battle cards, 1 cost or less, KO it, and if you do, your opponent discards a card. It's pretty nice. And then the downtick of 3 is he becomes a 20k triple attacker for the turn, which is nice. Not very often I get that, but if I do, it's most likely going to be because I'm swinging for lethal with something. But yeah, he's pretty good. And along with the Unisons, I do play the Freezer counterplay, which is here, which is, as long as you've got 2 counters on either of these, or whichever one you have in play, he's a free cost counterplay. His skill is you play him, when he's played you KO a 7 or less. It's not like the best, it's not the most crazy. I do play him because he is removal and the deck does actually need a bit of removal. But it's not necessary to play him like more than 2 in my opinion. I feel like it's good at 2. You see him when you need it. So I'll quickly run down the extra cards. So I only play, as you can see, 10. So I play Earth Destroying Kamehameha. If you're playing green, if you're playing mono green, it's a staple. I'm pretty sure you all know what it does. It's a 15k combo, rip 1 out your opponent's hand. Really, really nice. Yeah. Shocking Death Ball. This is a card I've been toying with for a long time. It's not actually amazing anymore. It's still good. It's Spark and Negate, but I just feel like Force Sacrifice is better overall. It's live turn 1 if need be, whereas Sacrifice can sometimes be a bit of a curse. As I've noticed, sometimes with this deck you don't really get Spark and Fire very often because of cards like Ribrianne. You're removing it from your drop to activate its skill, Roshi, etc. But in the late game, it does come in quite handy, so that's why it's there. Sacrifice, stable, like I say, if you've been through the Search Piccolo, you'll understand what this is. It's a free negate. If your leader's Namekian, you just take a life to activate it. Pretty good. For the super combos, I decided to go with 2-2 split, the Android 18. Like I say, it's basically a discard hand control deck, so this is just pretty good. If your leader card is green or blue, when you combo with a card from your hand, your opponent has to bottom deck a card from their hand, which is nice. More hand control, so yeah. Paragus, he's in there because, like I say, in the late game, you kind of need to rebuild your hand, or even in the early game, if you get pressured enough, you kind of want to fix your hand. Drawn 2 is so much better than Drawn 1. I don't really see why people think the 5 life Namekian one is better than this. Personally, I feel like this is better. Drawn 2 is always better than 1. So yeah, my opinion, like I say, I feel like this is better. Roshi, this is the other one. I really needed to put some cards in the deck just to fill it up, and I felt like this one was just necessary. If your leader card's green, tap 1, warp this to add a green extra card back to hand. 9 times out of 10, I'll be going for the negate, the sacrifice. In this deck, I've noticed, like, if you play it right, there's no real reason to add back Cell's Kamehamehas because you won't really have a hand, or they won't have that big of a hand, and you can pick it off with like cards like this. Oh, my bad. And like this and whatnot. So 9 times out of 10, you'll see me go for sacrifice because I'd rather defend my life than, yeah, you understand what I mean. Or like if you want, you can add this back. It's up to player preference at the end of the day. If you want to add these back, go for it. Yeah, the staples, Ribrianne. We all know what this does. If your leader card's green, you warp it. Your opponent discards 2. Drop ape. Yeah, you know the crack. Tap 2, warp it, draw 2. The draw 2 and drop 2 is really, really nice. The drop 2, in my opinion, is just much better in this deck. Yeah. So with the Slug package, you've got the 3 drops, the 1 drop, the 4 drop, and the 6 drop. The 1 drop wings is the heart and soul of the deck. So basically, it's barrier. You can only have 1 copy in play, and while it's in play, you've reduced all Slug's army costs in your hand by 1, which is super, super good. You want a mulligan for this turn 1. If you don't see this turn 1, mulligan for it, literally. It's the best card in the deck in my opinion, or second best. The AOD, Lord Slug, pretty good effect. It's one of the best cards. On play, your opponent discards a card, always nice, and it's a 2 cost because of wings. It has an active main of once per turn. For 1 green energy, you play up to 1 Slug's army card in your hand with an original energy cost of 3 or less, other than himself. So the only target is this one, which is, in my opinion, the best card in the deck. So it's critical, bond 2 Slug's army, which means you have to have a minimum of at least this and another Slug's army in play, which you should have if you have wings. When he attacks, your opponent discards a card. Like, this card alone is a -2 for the opponent because it's critical and your opponent has to discard a card. So overall, super good card. It's like the best card in the deck in my opinion. And obviously to be able to spam these out quite easily, you play this one, which is Young again. He comes out for 3 energy, like I say, with wings. Bond 2, Slug's Army. When you play this card, if you lead a card of Slug's Army, which it is, you choose up to 1 Slug's Army in your drop area with an energy cost of 3 or less and play it, then you untap an energy. So ideally you want to be going this, play it for 3, choose this in your drop area, which you can discard off your leader skill, play this, then untap your energy, and then when this gets played, your opponent discards a card, and with that untapped energy, if you have this card in hand, you can tap 1 to play this from hand. So on turn 3, for 3 energy investment, you can get these 3 bodies on board, which is just super nice value. And then the following turn, if you still have the 4 drop in play, you can then evolve into the 6 drop. I only play 2 copies of this. I play 4 of every other one. This one I feel like isn't necessary to max out on. I feel like 2 is the perfect number. People play 3. It's fair enough. But I don't think this is necessary at 3. I feel like it's fine at 2. EX evolve for 2 energy and 1 card in your hand on top of basically this Slug. It's a double striker. It's bond 3, which isn't the hardest, but sometimes that can be a little bit difficult if your opponent has a bit more of a control deck. being able to like pick off your little small bodies and whatnot. But it's super good if you get it off. When you play it, you randomly choose 3 cards in your opponent's hand and discard them. Really useful when going for game. If you've only got 3 cards in hand, you can make them discard all 3. Swing with lead, drop them down, add that card to his life, swing with Angela, make them discard it, do the crit, swing double strike, game. This is just such a good finisher, really useful, and yeah. Like I say, I would only play 2 because it is actually quite consistent for me through testing. I pretty much always see it every game. I don't necessarily play it every game, but like I say, it's just a good card. And the last card of the deck is Great Ape Massane Primal Carnage, the secret rare mono green. This card is absolutely amazing. If your leader card is mono green, you can remove it from your combo area from the game. If it is used in a combo, choose one of your opponent's battle cards, ignore a barrier, and KO it. It's basically a 1-cost removal spell on anything. So if your opponent's going for game with a win con, it's just combo this, kill it. It may be on 100k, maybe on 150k, you combo this, you can kill it. Provided it's not leader or unison. Or it has indestructible, but like I say, super good card. And it's active main, which is also really good. Tap 5, green energy, play the card from your hand, and he becomes a dual attack, triple strike 40k for the turn. Which, like I say, with your opponent having no hand at all, that's just a win con itself. Super good. You see this, you should be winning. So yeah, that was the deck profile. So if you did enjoy, and you want to end it there, thanks very much for watching. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so for the giveaway, all you need to do is like, subscribe, and comment down below what deck you're looking forward to be playing in set 10. It's as simple as that. The prizes are as follows. First place will be getting €20 in credits for Card Market. Second place will be getting 10, and third will be getting 5. So if you are interested in entering the giveaway, like I say, all you need to do is like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be picking and announcing the winners within the next few videos. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and we'll see you in the next one.